What's going on, my crew? This is Jay, and welcome to another episode of Jay's Adventures. And in today's episode, I want to show you guys something I've done, and then I want to actually work on a lumber mill type thing. I don't know what it's going to look like or be, but I've started on the walls, and so far, to be honest with you, I think it looks really good. One of the things that I found out is that I cannot do any sort of diagonal. It has to all be this sort of square pattern. I've tried to mix things up just a little bit by, I guess, allowing for things like this to happen to kind of show that it was built in parts, but I'm not exactly sure how that's going to look when it's done. But these straight parts right here look pretty good. Get me out of this hole. Look pretty good. So, just kind of wanted to follow up with you guys on that. It also is a one wall or a one block thick in the middle, which allows us to be able to walk through it, and for everybody there's going to be the ability to walk through it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do things like gates and all of that, but once you're up inside the let me just kind of get myself up there. Once you're up inside of on top of the wall here, it actually looks pretty good and allows for there to be kind of I don't know, kind of a nice fortification here that shows they're ready for a battle. They're ready for a fight, but they're not necessarily equipped for a real like siege warfare type thing. Now, like I said, what I want to do is I want this wall to sort of end up becoming the inner wall of the main portion of the city. So later on, when this city grows and ends up expanding out towards here and that way, this inner wall may end up becoming the castle or whatever. Of course, we don't know if this civilization is going to survive that far, but maybe the eventual city that ends up being here will survive that long. So, I wanted to make an outside building. I'm not too concerned with, I don't know how to word this. I want to make a lumber sort of situation going on here because there's a few different things. Our forge is going to need wood. Coal is not something that gets used for a while. So I want to be able to have some trees in this forest. And not really even a lumber yard. I don't know what to call it. I just ruined trying to get rid of this tree here, but whatever. It's fine. But what I want to do is I want to have some trees, and we're going to need some shears, which we don't have at the moment, but I can go grab some. What I want to do is I want to have some trees and stuff that have fallen down, and I want to try and see if it's possible. Okay, that's possible. Good. So we'll just have some trees kind of fallen, mushrooms growing off of it. Whoa, we got a cave here. And of course, I really want to make it in this pod soul area. It looks really nice with everything. And what we're gonna do here is have some of these trees falling down. We'll put some leaves on them. Maybe not. I'm not sure quite yet. But we'll have a sawmill sort of thing, or even just an elevated sort of shanty looking thing where a guy lives. So let's envision that for a second here. I've noticed, and this is something that's weird, I've noticed that over the last couple months of recording, all of a sudden I've got this like tendency to say all the time, and I don't know why, because that's not usually how I am. I have always prided myself in being able to talk without saying all the time. So I'm not exactly sure why all of a sudden I'm constantly struggling with that. Alright, we'll take these out. Continue building this up. Also, I realized with me recording ahead like this, I realized that, there we go again. I realized that I actually am going to be able to keep up with the subscribers that have been joining up. So you guys should have already, if you haven't already, you should have seen the, I guess, last maybe couple of episodes that I did this. I'm not sure because I haven't done it yet. There we go again. Is he back to back? Back to back us. I'm trying not to say it again now. There we go. You should have already seen it. So we're still going to use the castle right now, even though we're here. We're still going to use the castle to... There we go. To put up people's names, and that's really what I want to focus on. As far as I keep saying, I can't stop. I can't stop saying, it's an addiction. It's horrible. Oh, the sun's going down. We gotta go back to the town. I totally forgot about this. Shoot. That's okay. I can, I said it again. We can work on the blacksmith thingy mabob over there. So yeah, I've already put out those things for the subscribers. We are doing a series called Jay Plays with the Crew. Now, I've had people comment, and recently I just told someone that I would like to play with them, but I need to find some more people if I'm gonna make this into an actual series. So even if you're not in there, at least show up, and I think it'd be good if some people commented. And but here's the thing with Jay Plays with the Crew. If you want to play with me, you got to be able to actually I said it again. You got to be able to... I have such a hard time concentrating and building, and I apologize. You got to be able to record with me. So if you end up commenting on there and being like, oh, I really, really want to be a part, but that Saturday you can't record, then probably it's not going to work out. I can tell you that right now. Just so you guys know, for those of you that don't know how to make log piles, I know it sounds maybe to some people pretty simple and self-explanatory, but log piles actually can be difficult to make, not looking so standard. That's a little better. And then if I had railroad tracks, I would put them on like ties. But what they're going to do is they're going to take out the these logs and put them down here. That way we have the forge able to run off this fuel. So, which, speaking of fuel, we're running out of food. We still got some cows out here in the wilderness. Eat off from. But we've got a farm of cows. I just haven't really worked on getting them moving, I guess. It's a struggle. Certainly is a struggle. Alright, let's get back over there. Okay, here we are. Oh boy. Alrighty. See what I did there? I covered up my by saying alrighty. It's all about creativity, right? There we go. Yeah. I have a hard time trying to build and talk. And I think it's a common problem that a lot of Let's Players have, where you'd like to think that you're organized, you like to think that you are good at, I guess, public speaking. But you get in front of a camera, you start building, you start getting into things, and if you don't have something ready to talk about, then it's hard for you to focus on what you're saying. And just for those of you guys that are new, that's totally normal. We all struggle with it, even the big name YouTubers. I've heard Generic B say that he struggles with that. I think BOO is one of the very few people that rarely, if ever, struggles with it. But I think that's because he prepares ahead of time. So, if you can, that's certainly a good thing to do, is get a piece of paper and sort of write what you're going to be doing, what you want to talk about. But it's hard. It's very difficult to actually work on. Okay, so we get ourselves a little shed here. And what I want to do now is I want to kind of just have a step up sort of thing. And then we'll make the... Okay. This definitely was not what I had intended. But you know what? It could work. We'll find out. For sure. So we have to remember that this is sort of a cold environment. So I was thinking of putting like a makeshift chimney up here and a furnace right here. We also have to remember that all of these right here are going to end up being... this is where the actual floor is. So I'm just going to take a minute to come out here and kind of see how this looks. Now that I think about it, it would have been much easier not to have done that. My cat. He's crazy. Bussin' when I'm trying to record a Let's Play. No, I'm just kidding. I love my cat. Okay. I wish we could actually just have half slabs, but maybe we could just leave it open like this. Actually, we can't. Do you want to know why? Because if we do that, then we are not going to be able to safely assume that this place is warm. Alright, let's make a door. Now this door is going to look a little funky at first, but bear with me. Bear with me. Okay? From the outside, looks perfectly fine. From the inside, we see it looks a little awkward. And that's okay. I kind of like doors that are like this. And the reason why is because it makes it look more compact. So, that's the lumberjack's home. It doesn't look... You know what? That's definitely a lot better. We'll close the door here. I want something simple. So if you guys have any suggestions, make sure we keep it very simple. And this is a very simple build. So it's on stilts, it's above ground. Sort of makes it immune to floods. And it's got a little bit of stone in it and a lot of pine in it. So the stone obviously comes from the city. Oops. Just wanted that there. And I like that it's kind of quaint and cute. Alright, let's go ahead and place that there. Obviously, he's going to need a crafting table. And then right there, we got a furnace. That will keep them warm. And then I was thinking, maybe actually, if the furnace like this, the bed right here, because the bed be next to the furnace to keep them as warm as possible. So there we go. Very, very simple. Key here now is to grow up the spruce trees around the area still. Going to be very important. So now we have to work on getting trees around the area that have fallen. So obviously he's going to have a huge wood pile. There's also going to need to be a shelter over that, which we'll work on soon. But I want to get some log piles down here. Kind of work like that. And maybe one here. And here. That'll be the base of our wood piles. Okay. And this one right over here, we need to keep as logical as we can with these wood piles, because obviously they could fall down if we're not careful. So I actually don't want a wood pile here anymore. And the wood piles need to be smaller or just one overhang from what they were. So maybe we'll let this overhang this way, but fall short here. This will come all the way out, overhang one, whereas this one's maybe just like that. Okay, and then right here, maybe this can be sort of a short baby log. You know what? This should be a longer log, I think. And then we'll come in one here as well, and keep that the same. Do a baby log here, another fairly long log. Is it already nighttime? You're kidding me. Wow. And this can be one overhang as well. And then lastly, I think we can just do a 2 right here. And maybe let this overhang 1 this way. Right? There we go. So now we have a wood pile. And that doesn't look too bad. That looks like a bunch of logs kind of thrown together in a big pile. Trees that have fallen. Looks a little precarious. We'll definitely have to get some, what do you call them? Railroad tracks on that eventually. Of course, that to us, what looks like railroad tracks, is really tie rods. What are you doing? You're not allowed. Uh-oh. Are we too late? We might be too late for some of these guys. They'll never survive without their precious iron golems. Okay, so that is that. Great. Just great. We lost a couple. We lost a couple idiots. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. We've gotten a lot of progress done. I want to see if we can see that log place from here. Not at all. Interesting. So we can see the town from there, but we can't see it. Oh, no, there it is, right there. That's kind of good. I want it kind of secluded off in here. We'll have to make a road, though, because that's going to be important, is sort of blazing a trail. I think that looks really nice. Kind of a cute, like, you know, because we have the city right here, and as you're walking out of the city, maybe going to another city that's this way that we haven't found yet, and you're kind of walking through, and oh, look, there's a little something something over here that we haven't noticed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down some of these trees, and I'm going to go ahead and put up a little bit of a shed over this so that it's at least covered. And then I'm going to have some trees that have fallen down around this area and kind of make it pretty. I really want to focus on making this lively, as well as maybe we should have some something like this set up. We have this stone placement here, and maybe we'll have some boards to kind of show that. I don't even know how I do this, but to kind of show that there are some boards used for crafting and stuff kind of hanging out. But we'll figure that out. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.